Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about some interesting experiences that I've had here in Germany. But before then, if you are new on this channel, please hit the subscription button and let's get started. Give your comment on all the things that we're going to discuss here, and then let's get to know what you think about. So today, ever been to a new country or a new place where people begin to ask you some questions and then you feel the questions are either condescending or weird, or you ask yourself, where have you guys been? Well, today I come to tell you about some annoying questions I've encountered here in Germany. And these are the questions some Germans and some European guys have asked me and a couple of my friends that I know. Okay, with that said, we'll dive straight forward into the questions. So I've listed a number of them here and I'm going to go through some of them. So the first question I often hear is, did you come straight? The first time I was asked this question, I found myself saying, yes, I booked tickets from Ghana and came straight to Germany to study. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know that people think that, about Africans. I thought it was a normal question until I had a couple of people asking me about all those. It was like repetitive. Every now and then people ask you, hey, hi, Emmanuel. Wow. So did you come straight? So I became a bit apprehensive and I was like, so what do you mean by if I came straight? It's like, oh, I'm thinking, whether you came from Italy or somewhere. Now, there's a bit of a history to these questions. The reason is that, we have some of our African brothers who often struggle, have to pass through the desert to come to Europe to survive for greener pastures. All right. So because of that, most blacks in Germany are considered as people who necessarily pass through the desert, has to go through, pass on the ocean, go through Italy, and once they get their papers, they move to other parts of Europe. So that is why a lot of people ask me, but I think it's annoying to preempt that for every African you meet, he might have passed through somewhere before coming to Germany. Hey, we have applied for universities, we got admissions here in Germany, and then we came. So next time, please don't ask us that question. It's annoying. Okay, so the second one is, and I found this to be a bit bizarre. I was talking to this guy about sports and he told me he supports Bayern Munich. And then I said, well, I support Chelsea. They are in London. Chelsea is my favorite team. And we got to talk about Ghana, our countries where I come from. I told him I come from Ghana. And then he asked, so do you guys also have stadiums? Actually, the correct word is stadia for plural. But he said, do you guys have stadiums? And I'm like, why would you ask a question like that? Whether or not we have stadiums. Well, in 2006, Germany hosted the World Cup. And guess what? Ghana was in the same group with Italy, Czech Republic, and the United States of America. Duh! How on earth did we, unearth our talent like Makelesian, Asamoah, Tule Muntari, and all those world-class players? Where have you been? Well, to be fair, I've only had this question once just one time from one guy. So I think he was a bit ignorant and he doesn't seem to recognize that in Africa we have stadia, a lot of them. Okay, they might not be in good shape as like the ones in Europe, but we have them. So don't we don't play on trees. We don't play football on trees. We didn't qualify to the World Cup on trees. And guess what? In 2010, South Africa, a country in Africa, hosted the World Cup. So we can't be playing football on trees. We all have all that. Every sporting facility you can think of in Europe, we have it in Africa. Might be in a bad shape, but we still have it. The next question I keep hearing from people, well, maybe in an attempt to get to know you, Europeans are sometimes a bit chatty, so they want to know everything about you. And this question, they tend to ask, where is your family? Where are they? Is your family also in Europe or in Africa and all? Well, as much as I find this question sometimes to be innocent, sometimes I feel it's a bit condescending, because sometimes they are trying to ask you where your family are. And at the back of their mind, they are thinking, well, if you are here alone, chances are that you're also going to use your visa status to bring in all your families. So sometimes a lot of these questions are followed by, so are they also going to come around? Are they also coming to come in anytime soon? Will you visit them? And sometimes when people ask me that, based on their demeanor and their gestures, you can see that it is an innocent question. But sometimes you can also see that there's more to this question than them caring just about your family. All right. Okay, so the fourth question they ask me is, what type of visa you have? So we begin by talking, all right? And I tell you all about myself, that I'm a student, I'm studying. Shouldn't it click in your head that at least I have a student visa? And then they go ahead to ask, so what kind of visa do you have? And this is one of the things I find to be condescending. Well, some of the things I've also heard from here is that a lot of the white people or Germans maybe, are taught in their home that some Africans come here and they come on illegal visa or something like that. They overstay their visa and they want to use other like German girls or guys through marriage, childbirth in order to either get a better visa status or something like that. So most of the time they tend to want to know what kind of visa you have. But to some extent, well, I think it's none of your business the kind of visa I have. But if I care to tell you, I should be able to have that choice to tell you or not. But just don't go ahead to ask us that question. It's offensive. Okay, yeah. So the next one, I think it's more of a compliment, but it may be, I don't know. I feel it also has a bit of condescending undertones. And that is, it's also not a question, but it's just a compliment people give me anytime they get to know my age. So they go like, oh, you don't look your age. You don't look, for point of reference, I am in my, okay, let me give you a range. I don't want to mention my age. Let me give you a range. I think I should be between, let's say, 25 to 35 years. Or I just give you a bigger range. Okay, good. I am between that age, so do your math. And here, when you meet people and they talk to them, and then you tell them that, look, I'm so and so years old, and you're like, oh, you don't look your age. You look younger. I would have given you 19 years. I would have given you 20 years. It's like, really? Well, I think it's complementary, but when it's becoming one too many, I feel it is not complementary at all. It's a bit annoying. The next question is, do you like it here? Do I like it here? Look, I love it here. Well, why do I love it here? Don't get me wrong, I love my country and I'll never ever trade my country for any other country. I love Ghana. But people get to ask me a lot, do you like it here? Do you like it in Germany? Do you like it in Berlin? Yes, I do. Because though for most infrastructures you have here, we also have it in Africa or in our country, just that here happens to be better and efficient. And when you talk of efficiency, German transportation system is one of the best, in the world. They come on time, they arrive on time, and whenever there's a problem, they give you advance notice. And once in a while that you get disappointed with a train not turning up because of an emergency happening or not, and this is normal. But if you live in a big city like Berlin and like that, you get to pick the bus, the U-Bahn, the S-Bahn, the trams, even the ferry. One time we had a nice trip on the ferry, and yes, it works. You just have to have one single monthly ticket and you're good to go. You don't have to have a lot of problems, encounter a lot of problems. So I think generally I love it here. Also, I love the fact that the systems here work, so you can easily call the police, you can easily call the fire service, the ambulance service. There's a lot of things that you don't need to go to the place to do. You can do it over the internet. Internet banking is a thing here, and it's the best. You do so many things, which to me I think is the best. So yes, if you asking me if I love it here, of course I do. I love it here, but I don't like the fact that you keep asking me. You keep asking. Do you like it? Do you like it? It's like trying to say, hey, you're coming from a shithole country. No. In Ghana, we have our problems, but we are not the worst. Okay? Yes, we are not the worst. And we are still working at it. We will overcome it one day. So have patience with us. But for the meantime, I like it here. Just that I don't want you to ask. It's annoying. Don't ask. It reminds us of so many things. Okay. The next thing, that is the final one. And this is an outrageous thing I heard from a German. And, well, actually, that was asked my friend in a German language class, and he told me about, and it was outrageous. Have you ever seen a lion before? You see, there's nothing wrong with seeing a lion. Absolutely nothing wrong. Yes, absolutely nothing wrong with seeing a lion. And in the world, Africa is one of the places you can, that we have the largest amount of lions in the world. I think Africa, India, and Asia or so, in some part of Asia, have it. But if you randomly ask people if he has ever seen a lion before, it's not like we stay and live all our lives in safaris and we live with animals, because I've heard this before, that Africans live with animals and they are, no. In fact, truth is, most Africans haven't been to safari because it's one thing I think our government needs to check, because we don't encourage intra-African tourism, where it's easy for an African child to move around the African continent, because airfares are expensive, hotels are expensive, there is a bit of some security issues here and there, and I don't think we normally would wake up one day and see a lion cat walking behind our backyard. No, we don't do that. So to ask an African if he has seen a lion before is more or less like telling him he lived with animals. Now, we have bigger cities, we have modern cities, we have offices, we have swimming pools, and the lions live far away. So you have to be driven in a safari car before you can get there. So we don't live with animals. Okay. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video, and watch out for more exciting videos. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscription button and let's get to tell you more. This is my experience with some annoying questions people have ever asked me.